Hey, Douglas Peacock here, welcome. Today I was going to share with you about how to create, be mindful of what you're creating and start consciously creating. But one of the things that I've been having a lot of stuff coming up with my clients over the last week and a bit is about how they're getting bogged down and things going wrong with where they're at. So I thought I'd share you some insights and some things to do from an energetic point of view on when you get clogged or when you feel blocked, because one of the things that happens is we go along and we set a goal, or we get to start doing something that we may not like so much, and we feel drained or straight away, and we think, God, why am I feeling so drained? Why am I feeling so blocked? Or what's stopping me from actually taking action on this problem or this task that's in front of me? And we find ourselves getting distracted and wandering off and making excuses and reasons why we don't get done what we need to get done, or we feel sleepy, we go have a nap, or we just aren't as productive as what we could be. And so we become cloudy in our head, our thinking goes, our direction and motivation just falls away, and we just plain feel like shit. You just go, man, I just can't be bothered doing this. It's too hot, or it's too cold, or it's too this or too that. And we start making up excuses for why we're not doing it. So there's the energy that goes through us is always constantly running, but what we do is we tend to find we get clogged up. And it's like, as a lot of you know, or some of you may not know, that my past is I'm actually plumber by trade, and I moved over into the energy field back in '96 when I collapsed on a building site, and when I came to, I could just see energy. And so I look at our energy system, and when we're doing things in our work and our opportunities on how to, just like plumbing in a house, running the energy systems. So for me, when I hear people are clogged or they're blocked, it's just like having a blocked drain, or they're leaking energy. Energy's leaking out of their field somewhere through some trauma that's been triggered by the association that they're wanting to deal with this problem or something they may not want to really do. So it triggers a memory inside of them, which opens up an energy. And what you can find is you can get blowouts, like in the emotion field, could get a big bulge in it. Like when you get a balloon and it sort of gets a bulge out the side and goes blue, and it's like that, and it fills up with there, and you're wondering where all your energy is. You're focusing, you're trying to make it happen, but what's happening is the energy's draining into this big endless hole, so to speak, and it's just expanding, and you just feel like you're getting nowhere. And this can be really frustrating, especially if you don't have the eyes to see, or are totally just oblivious about how energy works and how we're affected by it. And the funny thing is all that we need to do is just to adjust our awareness and just to where we're sitting, because quite often when we're feeling drained and knackered in that, one of the things that we do is we move out of center and we're sitting off to the side. And so the flow of energy that is flowing through us or out of us is out of alignment, when we're not in alignment with who we are. So then we're finding it sort of like like the water just hitting up against the edge of the wall, and it's just spraying and going back. It's the same sort of thing that happens with the energy. It's either filling up and where there's a hole inside of you, where there's like a wound or a trauma. And so what we need to do is to actually allow yourself to alleviate some of this tension and what's going on. So one of the quickest ways that we do it, and why we do it, is to bring you back into balance, and so that you can be more productive. You clear up your mind, you get your energy flowing, and you allow yourself to come back into alignment with source. So what we look at doing is amplifying the energy. Now the energy's already there, it's just that you've moved out of alignment. So it's not that, the energy's not flowing for me. No, it's flowing. You've just put in a resistance to stop it. So what we've got to get you to do is to actually allow yourself to remove the resistance, or remove the clog or the block drain. Put the rotor down and blow the shit out so you can get going again. But what most people tend to do is they go and get caught up in the resistance or the obstacle. Oh, I'm blocked because of blah, 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 vomit. Imagine all that crap just coming out. Well, that's just the story. Don't worry about that shit. what you do is you've got to come back to where is it that, what's actually causing the block. And you allow yourself to go, well, hold on, here I was sitting in peace and actually feeling really good. And then something happened, someone said something, I looked at my computer, I had to get on and do some IT work, which was like, I pretend that it's hard, the neurology fires off in my brain, does what it does, and then all of a sudden I become sleepy and I look for distractions. And I say, oh, I keep getting interrupted. No, I'm creating a distraction to go away so that I don't have to do what I don't want to do. So what we do here is I'm going to give you a couple of simple little things to help you to be able to actually clean it out. Now there's two techniques. I'm going to share you 2 quick little simple techniques that I do. And the first one we'll use is just a quick one to drop your energy and allow it to flush out. Now, one of the things I like to get people to do is to imagine, like a milk bottle. You imagine having a milk bottle and you turn it upside down. You've got the top there. If you undid the top and it was full of milk, the milk would all just splash out, go all over my desk and all over me and make quite the mess. So, but what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you're like this milk bottle. Here you are, you've got the energy coming through. And I want to imagine on the ends of your fingers and on the edge of your toes, you've got these corks, and just allow the corks to pop off and go dong, and just know that there's little pieces of string hanging onto the cork so you won't lose the end of your toes or the ends of your fingers, and just let the energy drain out of you. Just allow it to drain and just allow it to drain. And if you want, just sit there, your eyes closed, and just imagine the water level, much like the milk, just coming out and washing out through you. As you do that, it'll de-stress you. What it's doing is it's clearing out where you're glugging up with the energy, where the energy's become clogged and it's a little bit gluggy. So you just allow that to flow out. And for some of you, it will happen quite easily. It'll flow out quite easily. Others, it'll be like a swamp because your energy or your emotional body or your energy's got really solid. So it's got and it's just like, curdled milk. You know how it's sort of and it's just coming out really gross. And just, that's fine, you're just a bit curdled, that's all cool. And you just let the energy just flow out the bottom. And then while you got your corks off and cork there, just allow yourself to imagine from the top of your head, look up above and see a star. Just allow yourself to look up and imagine that there's a star above you, this beautiful light, and it's just got this little beam of light just coming down onto your head. And as it comes down onto you, it's your own star of unconditional love. And just let this, it's like washing through you. So allowing from up around the frequency of 500 and above, just allowing this energy to start washing into your head and just allowing it to flush down through your body. And just allow it to flush through you. And this is where, like when I said you have like the curdled milk and that, this is where I like to see this energy can sort of like be hot water and it's sort of washing it out, getting all the shit out, getting all the crap out, all the curdled milk and the fat and the garbage like that, and just allow it to wash out and washing out through your toes and out into and just washing into the earth. Just allow this energy to flush through you. As it starts sterilizing and clearing your system out, one of the things that you can then do is just allow your toes and fingers to pop back on, and the little corks will automatically pop back on, and you'll notice that you begin to start filling up. And as you start filling up with energy, you'll just notice that you're a little bit more calmer and a little bit clearer. And you just fill back up, right up to the top, so you're overfilling, and you're just allowing this energy of love to just flow through you. And it's just there. And what I'd get for you, you would feel a little bit more calm, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more focused. And so if you don't feel 100% clear, then just pop your toes and fingers off and just let them go and just let that energy drain out of you. Just allow the energy flowing in, just get it to stop for a moment and just allow yourself to drain out. You'll notice it drains out a lot faster the second time because the clog isn't there the same. And then you just allow that to flush out of your system. But just let it go. That's it. Just let, like I always say, it's just like, you've had some bad Chinese food. Just let it flow straight through you. That's the way. Just let it go. Good. That's it. Cool. Now just allow the corks to flow back on and allow yourself to fill back up. And as you do, you should be feeling a lot more calmer, present, and focused. Now the second thing that I would do is if you've had a block and if you're still feeling a little bit clogged, what I want you to do is imagine this energy ball, because we just use our imagination. Hey, everything of energy is easy. If you can imagine it, you can create it. So one of the things I want you to do is just imagine this beautiful little energy ball. Just get it here. And then just go ahead, plop it in the top of your crown chakra. And let the energy ball fall down into your head. And just let it go down and just have the intention for the energy ball to go to where you are feeling the block inside of yourself. And you may find it goes down into your hip or up into your eye, or it goes wherever it is, or on your arm, on your jaw, or to your liver, to your pancreas, down into your guts, into your intestines. Just allow the energy ball to go there. And as you're there with that energy ball, and as this energy ball's there, what I want you to do is just allow the energy ball to begin to start spinning. And this is where I like to use the image of, because hey, I'm Douglas Peacock, and I like to use this beautiful golden feather, this peacock feather, and allow the energy to just move around, and I'll get this feather. Imagine this feather rolling around and where the block is. And what it's doing, it's attracting in the muck, and it's getting the muck of whatever's holding there, whatever the block is, whatever the energy is there, where it's clogged, to just stick to the feather. And as it does, and this energy ball just begins to fill and becomes darker, and the light, it's just getting full of all this crap, just allow it to keep going in and just keep going in. And then when it's ready and when it's full, just allow this energy ball to just plop out the bottom, bloop, and just let it go into Mother Earth. Then you may get another energy ball and do the same thing and bring it down and bring it into the place. You may do it a few times, just into that part of your body where that block is, and you're just allowing, what it's doing is like a sponge. It's soaking up where the energy is blocked and just allowing it to do that. And as soon as it gets full, then drop it out again. You may need to do it 2 or 3 times to allow yourself to get there. Once you've done that, I then want you to get another energy ball and just allow yourself to plop it in your head and just bring it down through you and bring it to that part of your body where you're feeling that resistance, where there may be that irritation, that pissed off feeling, or that just fuck you, just feeling, or the oh, I'm not worthy, I can't do it, I'm too weak, I'm a victim, just whatever that feeling is. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you know the one. Yeah, that one that's really, gives you the shits. And you get there and get the energy ball and just allow this energy ball and just imagine pushing it into it. And as you push it into it, just see it there. And then just allow yourself to let it ignite and allow the power of the light in this energy ball just to begin to tell the truth, start opening up the truth. And what happens, it does, is it blows open any of the bullshit that's in there and allows the light to just flow into the cells and into the molecules, and it just opens it up. And then it's just like like you see those waves, the nuclear waves, sort of thing goes, and just see it going through your system, going through the energy system, clearing out. And what you'll find is there'll be like almost like a little shudder or a jolt in your body. And as the jolt goes, what's happened is you've moved it back into alignment a bit more, and then you'll find it get flowing. One of the things that I do, and if it's a lot more than that, you may need to do it a few times. But the thing is you put these energy balls in and you just allow them to clear your field. What it does is it brings you back present, brings you into alignment, and it'll start bringing you back into the flow of source, which is always there. It's just that you had bounced out of it. Once we get into it, we begin to start flowing, the results come, and then you get back focused in on what you're doing. So the biggest hurdle that you will have with this, the thing that will come about it with you, is that is it allowed to be this easy? And am I just making it up in my mind? If you are, who gives a shit? At the end of the day, let's just be with the energy, and if you believe it to be true, then this shall be your experience. But if you believe that you're just making stuff up in your head, then that'll be your experience. One thing I know about energy, it doesn't ever prove you wrong. And so one of the things that we go in there, and you go in there and know the truth, and know that the power of it, you will experience the power of it, and you can create whatever you want. And it's just that subtle shift in your awareness that begins to open up. Is it possible for you? Is it possible for it to be this easy to unclog myself? Is it? At the end of the day, only you will know what's possible for you. And the only one that stops it from being that possible for you is you. So look at that. No one puts the resistance there but you, and your beliefs and your illusions that you think are true. There is only truth. There is only the universal laws. And then there's our stories. are bullshit stories. So you either know or you don't know. Anything in between is a BS. Belief system. Bullshit story. So know or don't know. If you can allow yourself to, if you know, then be in that energy and you'll just feel the peace and the joy of it, the knowingness. And the not knowingness, what happens is the mind opens when you allow yourself to admit that you do not know, and you stop bullshitting yourself pretending that you know and you want to try and be right because your ego wants to get it right. And just let all that shit go. Come back to just being here in the knowingness and in the not knowingness. And the funny thing is, the energy flows in and you move into a place of knowing. You come across somebody that will give you that teaching, or they'll share something with you and you say, and then you'll just know. Or the energy will just come straight in and you'll know that way. Either way, it doesn't matter. You know, you can get the information through other people having done the work and knowing, and you read a book, you get drawn to a book or listen to a video, and away it goes. Remember, it doesn't got to be hard. It's not rocket science. It's just allowing yourself to be still and in the moment. Okay, so I hope that helps, and I hope it helps clear when you come up against the resistance to going after your goals and doing what you're wanting. Because what I'm noticing, and what I've been noticing with my clients, is that some of them have been coming up and it's starting to happen really easy for them, and they start, their self-worth starts coming up. I'm not allowed to have it that good. I don't deserve to have that. And then they sabotage themselves and go spiraling off and run into the wall, or turn into a heap, and they've got to get themselves back in alignment. And that's all we do. We bring them back into alignment, show them where they're blowing out inside of themselves, and then it's just bringing back the peace. Now, know this is happening on multiple levels. I've sort of broken it down really basic and easy for you, but this is happening on the physical level, the mental level, the emotional level, the morphic level, the causal playing out on the cosmic level, and then there's multiple dimensions in all of them too. So I'm just zip that up, Doug. Just come back to, just do what I said. The energy will do what it is. It comes down to your intention and your willingness to believe and know that you are able to heal yourself. Because when we remember who we are and we are the light, we can heal ourselves. Okay? So enjoy. It's blessings, and I look forward to talking to you next time.